Hey guys, so as you can see, I'm in my bathroom again and I'm going to do basically, I wouldn't even call it a tutorial. I'm just going to show you how I blow dry and style my hair. I get this request a lot. Everyone always asks me and there's no rhyme or reason. I hate this task of blow drying my hair, so I try to go as quick as I can. I don't have technique or anything like that. I just do whatever. But there are a few things, a few tips I've learned along the ways just from trial and error and things that I've learned to do that have helped the drying process and helped to style my hair a little bit better. First of all, and one question I get asked all the time is what products I use. I do not use hair products. If anything, I might use a little bit of argan oil just at the ends, just to keep the ends hydrated. And I would typically put that in my hair now, like when it was damp. But I don't use mousse, hairspray, gel, root lift. I don't use any of that because I don't wash my hair every day, and so I try to really go as long as I can without drying it and washing it because it's such a task and it's so thick. I can usually go I can definitely get away with 2 days. Sometimes I can even go 3 days with a good dry shampoo. But I don't like any hair products because it typically really makes my hair feel greasy and weighs it down and builds up residue, so I don't use it. The conditioner and shampoo that I use is this one I've talked about. It's the Organics Brazilian Keratin Shampoo and Conditioner. I got this at CVS. You can get it at any drugstore. Usually you can find it on sale. And it's actually the only sulfate and sodium-free shampoo and conditioner I've found. I have had the keratin treatment done. You can search my channel. I have several videos about that. It's still in my hair, but I could tell it's coming out a little bit. So that's number one. That's all that I use in my hair. That's all I've done today. I've just washed and shampooed it. Whenever I get out of the shower first, I take a wide tooth comb. You can find these really cheap at Sally's or Ulta, and I always comb out my hair. I suggest always using a comb, not a brush, because when your hair is wet, it's the weakest. So you want to really be careful and delicate. So I always comb from the bottom down, get the knots and tangles out, and then go at the top and go straight down. So I always comb out my hair and then I towel dry it really, really good, and that's where you can see my hair starting to dry and get a little wave because that's my natural hair. So highly recommend a wide tooth comb just to get the knots out. Next is hairbrush. I highly recommend this. I think I got this idea or this brush from Nerber XO, and I think she got it from Lola Marie 7, who is an actual hairstylist, so she knows her crap. And it's by Brush Lab. I found this at Ulta. Any ceramic ionic brush is great. The ones with the plastic bristles, highly recommend, especially if you have thick hair because it glides through your hair really easy. So you definitely want to invest, they're not that expensive, in a good hairbrush. You definitely want to get some clips, because one of the main things I do that I think helps is I section my hair off. I don't just blow it all down, blow it dry while it's all down. Sectioning it off just helps to shoot the heat on more precise sections and get it more sleek. The hair dryer I'm using is by Andy's. It's a ceramic ionic hair dryer. I don't love this. I really wouldn't recommend it. This is actually the second one I've had. The first one exploded and they replaced this for free. Been contemplating buying the T3 hair dryer just because I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's really lightweight, which this one is not. But I would recommend, most of the hair dryers today come with this attachment, which is nice because it really just narrows in on the section of hair and shoots the heat precisely out of here. So it helps eliminate frizz and flyaways and really just get your hair sleek. So those are really it as far as the things that I use. One major tip that I would suggest that I'm a little OCD about, after I use my hairbrush every time, sometimes if I'm running late I'll do it like every 2 times. I always clean out my brush when I'm done. I just pull all the hair out. If it's harder for you, you could just take a comb and get all the hair out of this brush so that every time you go to dry your hair again, you're starting fresh with like a brand new clean brush. And I just find that it helps less buildup form in your brush. It helps the bristles glide through your hair a lot easier because it's not getting tangled with the existing hair. So that's one suggestion I would make, is just get in the habit of cleaning your brushes out. I can't stand when I go, this hasn't happened at the salon I go to, but when I used to get my hair done, they would use a brush on me that was like jam-packed, loaded with like other people's hair, oh, it would make me cringe. It was so gross. So I always like starting with a fresh brush to do my hair. So I always start with the back because that is the hardest and most dreaded part for me, because obviously it's a lot harder for me to reach it. So we'll start by just sectioning off the sides, the front, and then I take like a small layer in the back. And I just leave down, I'll take a little bit more, like this much hair. Again, there's no technique to how I do this. I just go. I don't like separate it perfectly and use combs or anything like that. And then I usually just split it in half and do one side at a time. Okay, last and final tip before I get going. I really try to stay in the habit of blow drying down. That is gonna keep your hair more sleek, more straight looking, seal in the cuticle, lock in the moisture. If you're drying your hair this way and going against how your hair grows and where the cuticle is, it's just gonna create frizz and like split ends, and it's gonna split up the cuticle and separate little pieces of hair, which in turn is gonna cause a lot of flyaways and like nasty frizz and like baby hair little pieces. So the more you can just blow dry down, the better and the sleeker, and like I said, it'll lock in that moisture, keep the hair cuticle sealed, and I find that that just helps to really give you that like sleek, shiny look at the end. So I kind of just start by wrapping my hair in the brush, run it through, make sure there's no knots because that's gonna just make it harder for you. And then I go. Saying. You really want to hit the ends of your hair because that's where the cuticle is. That's where you're going to get split ends the quickest. So when I have it wrapped in the brush, I always do this a lot just to kind of seal in that cuticle and make the ends more sleek, and that will cause it to look a lot healthier too at the ends. Okay, so now you can definitely see the difference. It looks really nice and sleek. I kind of just leave that down and I move on to this side. One thing I should mention, I don't use heat protectant. I know you're probably all gonna slap me on the wrist for that, but I've never in my life used heat protectant. I have tried one in the past, like the Beyond the Zone or whatever, and I absolutely hated how greasy it made my hair look and feel, and ugh. So I have the Tresemme one, but I really rarely use it. Even when I'm like curling my hair, I know that's like bad, but it's just never something I've done. My hair is not damaged. My stylist has never yelled at me for it. So I just, like I said, the less products I put in my hair, the longer it stays where I don't have to wash it and go through this hassle, and I feel like the fresher and cleaner it looks. you wanna say hi? Come here. Lucy had a sleepover with Jake last night. Come here, come up here. Come on, come on. There you go. Say hello, everybody. I'm at my sister's house and I'm playing with Jacob's. And I am right up her butt at all times. Look right here in the camera. Say hi. Say hi, pretty girl. Say hello. I miss you guys. So yeah, oh, you get tired, okay. Jake is downstairs sleeping. Okay, so that's pretty much bottom section done. I'll go back and hit pieces that, you know, were a little stubborn or didn't perfectly straighten, but this is the bottom of my hair. I'm not so worried about it. I'm more so focused on the top because that's what people see. So now is where I'm gonna kind of speed up the video just a little because I do the same exact thing all throughout my head, just sectioning it off in different places. Mind you, my hair is incredibly thick, so I have to do more sections than probably most of you do, just to get like it straight. So, but I would definitely recommend starting with the back of your hair. My stylist actually recommended that to me because whenever I get my hair done, I'm always like, oh, I wish I could get the back that straight. It's never that straight. And she's like, well, you have to start with the back because that's the toughest. Use all your energy back there and then move to the front. So, I'm just gonna let down the rest of the back, which really isn't that big of a section. It's just this little section here. And finish that off and then move to the sides. So like I said, I'll speed the video up and I will come back to talk to you about like the more important parts when I get to it. So the back is pretty much done. This is all falling out. These clips, by the way, you could just find at Sally Beauty. This is the back. It might not be perfectly straight, but it's good enough for me because like I said, it's the back and I really don't stress too much about it. So now we're gonna do one side at a time. And I usually section off a top and a bottom on one side, like that much. See, this is not fancy at all. I don't have like some crazy technique. I just, whatever works, works. And I always kind of comb it in with the dry hair and it helps it kind of mix in and dry a little bit quicker straight. Really quick, I just want to mention, I don't have a specific part. Like sometimes I go here, sometimes I go here, sometimes I go straight down the middle. But what I do like to do is normally just do like a small part to one side and pull this over and dry this with that side. Then I do the other thing. And then that kind of just gives you a little volume in here or on that side, or if you want to split it down the middle, it'll give you volume on both parts. I'll show you what I mean at the end, but I just wanted to show you why I just flipped a little section from this side over. Then I'll flip this side. Okay, so at the end, I showed you loosely pull it up and hit it with the heat, and that kind of just, do you see what it just did? It just gives you a little whatever. So here's where I would decide which way I want my part to go, and do you see what I mean when I say you get a little bit of lift in here, and that's from putting it on both sides and blowing up. when I was doing this, blow up this way, and that'll lift it a little bit. And then you could always tease this too if you wanted it like really up. But today I think we'll go right here. We'll do a little bit of a middle part, and that's pretty much it. So after I'm done blow drying it, I kind of just take my wide tooth comb and just go back and make sure there's no knots or anything in it. Just really making sure to hit the ends. If your ends still feel dry, this is where I would run some argan oil through the bottom. Stay away from the top because you'll look like a big greasy mess. And I kind of leave it, and you'll notice I play with my hair a lot in my videos. I don't, like, I might start with the part here when I'm done doing my hair, and by the time I get home from work, it's like over here or over here. If I'm really stressed, it's just like, rah! I'm just kidding. But it goes all over on a day-to-day basis. I don't have like one specific way that I part my hair. You'll notice I do this a lot, and I feel like that just kind of brings the hair together and makes it fall nicely. So that's really it. A couple things. I get asked a lot about my cut. My hair is basically all the same length. I do have her angle the sides of my face, like angle in towards the side of my face when she cuts it. And I usually have her just section that down the middle. So I do have some shorter pieces here. And I just have her angle around the face, but that's really the only like style that she gives me is just around the face. Yeah, that's really it. I don't, really simple, like I said, and there's some days where I just like don't, and you'll see like this side's thicker than this side, which drives me absolutely insane. I think everyone has like one thicker side than the other, but it's always so soft after it's dry. That's why I'm being obnoxious and playing with it right now. I acknowledge that that's annoying. So that is it. That's how I do my hair. When I'm really pressed for time, I might just do like one section of this and then bring the rest of the hair down and just go. And that's why in some of my videos, my hair looks more sleeker and straight. And in other videos, it might just look tousled and like I might have a kink and a wave or whatever. Sometimes I just go with it. But that's it. I don't, like I said, I don't use any kind of products or anything. So I hope that this video helped you. I think it's more important to invest, okay, now it's just annoying me. I think it's more important to invest in good products, like a good brush. This is the most important. And definitely comb your hair out when it's wet with a wide tooth comb, and section your hair off. I think you'll get a better, more precise blowout if you section your hair off and just take the time to do it. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been requested a lot. Trying to think if there's any other questions I get about my hair. I don't color it. I haven't colored it professionally in probably over 2 years. I did buy a box color a while ago. It was like one of those 12 washout, whatever. It's completely been out of my hair for a long time now. So I haven't colored my hair. I don't have highlights. It's very plain. It's very simple, which could be why my hair does appear to be healthy, because I don't mess with it. I don't, heat is probably the worst thing that I do for it. I don't color or put any chemicals or products in my hair. I don't flat iron my hair. I haven't flat ironed my hair in probably over a year, ever since I started with the keratin treatments, because as you can see, I don't need to, unless I'd want it like pin straight, which I hate that look. I used to love it, but I don't anymore. I like the loose wave volume. I like that all. So I definitely would not take a flat iron to this ever. The only time I might use one is like here, these little kinks get annoying. I might just take a flat iron to like this side, like under here. Lucy's making noises. Smooth out. This is like baby hair. That does not ever really go straight. Sometimes I don't care if I'm like rushing, and sometimes I get like OCD and want it straight. That's the only place in my hair that I actually do use a flat iron. So I have a GHD, but I don't really use it because like I said, I just like the tousled body, full of body hair on me. So no flat iron. Sometimes I'll run a curling iron through it if I want the ends more loose or curled. But as far as my everyday, daily, this is what I do. I keep going on my tiptoes. This is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped answer some of your questions. and I will see you in my next one. Bye.